Oh.
So he has 0% win rate. We'll see if they can turn that around. There is a Darkseer pickup, but Darkseer into the Clinks. Clinks can eat the Iron Shelled creeps, so I feel like why not try it game 1? Kirtik in problems here.
Have a crack. Oh, the gyro completely wrapped around on Slardar, Jakiro, and the Rubik comes in. He does grab the bounty rune, and he's being a speedy little devil, trying to get away, but dead in the end. So first blood for the Slardar down in this off lane.
The Clinks trying to push Nodus out.
I try and chip away at him. I was keeping my eyes on that bottom lane, and every time, FNG's kind of giving his life and giving space to the gyro to farm. But
Moose in trouble.
Blood grenade. Inkswell straight onto Moose. Down he goes. That's the thing. Jakiro gets ever so slightly out of position. He's just dead to that.
Yeah, they do have a strong lane in their own right. They just can't rely on the creep Iron Shell. FNG again pretty far out here on bottom lane.
Steps up. He's trying to be this forward bodyguard. The line in front of Kiritich does get the trade kill at least. So good for the gyro here. Last hit under tower when he was under his tier 1. They're still doing decently on the CS up near the top. Down at the bottom rune spot though, Lumpy's been run at here. FNG making a swift move into mid to help out SquadX as he just tangled up a tree. Lumpy healing up another tower as well with that bonus regen. Armor dodges the stroke of fate with a sleight of fist. He's still surrounded by 3 heroes though. Look at him. He's not going to stay alive against this. Elmisha has come in to try and trade back. SquadX blood grenaded, but not enough damage. And now another turnaround with FNG lifted up, the Inkswell and the stun still there onto Elmisha. A final touch of damage should finish him off to claim the life of the Rubik.
That's some crazy rotations to mid at minute 4 here coming in. Big action. VP rotating 2 heroes.
Yeah, believe in the process. Believe in Pyke. A rotation from Lumpy up to top. Set things up on the Darkseer. Inkswell's on him. Let's see if he can get away with this with a bit of heal out of the wand. Another remnant forward, but Tiny holds them back with the avalanche. They still finish off the Darkseer as SquadX is unable to trade, and they're going to get dived here now. Dual breath, another slight chains. Tiny in a bit of trouble, but he's tanky himself. beastcoast to run out of firepower to finish anyone off. Like FNG has come in bottom lane, fed a few times, given the gyro all the free room in the world that he needs, moved off to gank mid, gank top as he makes another move up top. Inkswell over onto the Clinks, dusted up. Pyke, I don't know if he can survive this now. The Iron Shell's a lot of damage, tries to eat one of his skeletons to stay alive. He's barely running away, but Gyrocopter has arrived. In we come with a call down, the nuclear damage from Kiritich, but he's a little bit stuck under this tower now. 4 members of beastcoast surround him, take down the gyro. 3-for-1 trade.
He disposed of the supports there, and everybody already committed so hard to kill the Clinks that they were just out of resources.
Top rune. 8 minutes. Illusion bottled. And SquadX, well, he's got 13 wand charges here. Antares is just annihilated, though, and the Tiny desperately needs a gyro backup. Lumpy remnants off to the side. The Jakiro dies. Lumpy has moved back in. Oh, risky business here. Gives a double kill to the Gyrocopter. Oh, look at who's lurking in the shadows.
Visible under the vision, but they were not visible under vision.
Oh, the courier snipe. Moo's kind of scouting with it. Sends it up to high ground and still dies for it, but Lumpy's going to grab that double damage rune. Vitali thinking about the sprint forward. Darkseer with no building damage because he just lets the creeps do it for him. And he does get scouted here. This is the move from beastcoast. Surge is up for notice, but he's lifted and dragged back into the Clinks. Well done by the Rubik there. So it's like an additional option, right? Like in the case that VP doesn't straight up push that tower, they have that.
In trouble.
That option.
He's going to get tossed back.
Right, the Tiny. Straight in onto the Clinks. Well, hang on. Where's the toss back? Didn't have vision, maybe. SquadX still going to get there with the Inkswell. The toss up.
He's alive.
Splitter landing. The Clinks is dropping lower and lower. And in the back lines, there's Slaughter and Ember just shredding through them. Beastco stand their ground and destroy the Tiny. Antares down. FNG and Kiritich got to run and hide. Beastcoast don't lose a single soul.
Vitali is top of the net worth. He could be a target down here bottom, though. Tiny goals.
Yeah. Another initiation. VP bringing the numbers onto a solitary target down here, and it should be a kill for them. Takes a little while. Additional vacuum and a punch from FNG required, but that's a good amount of money now. 1,000 swing towards VP. Now the old Sun Tzu adage, right? Make your opponents think you're weak when really you've got that hidden strength behind you. And Kiritich is going to run straight in here with the help of SquadX, the 2-man jump. They've got a vacuum back. Vitali BKBs, but he's dead regardless. Now Lumpy's the one in trouble as well. Has to run off to the right-hand side. But this means SquadX can go for another initiation with the Earth Splitter chasing him. Dodges it with a slight. Another remnant, but he's out of them now. No more maneuverability tools, and Squadix is back in. Avalanche tossed back into the waiting arms of Kiritich, and there it is. That sudden surprise move. Yes, Beast Coast get Roshan. Yes, they get Aegis, but on the run back, they are hunted down.
Look at the long wraparound. They're getting onto FNG here.
Oh, into the corner. Curry is flying all over the place as well. Vitaly, he's going to move into the pits. Sees FNG straight onto the ET to blow him up. Quick kill. In we go from Beast Coast with the glider on high ground. They've clipped onto the gyro, but Virtus.pro is going to reset, hold their position. Make sure they have this high ground, that little bit of additional vision to see where Vitaly is coming from. They spot the Slardar, cancel his blink. Avalanche, but the BKB runs straight through it onto the Tiny. Gyrocopter trying to get into the back onto the Rubik, while Notice sprints around, and Squadix is still that first point of contact and the primary focus, but there's no real damage being done. VP have held their own. They see the Rubik as well under the vision here. Another blink stun catching Darkseer. Squadix can't finish El Micho off. Macropie is laid down. Notice dropping low, dying on the Darkseer. The Clinks opens up, and Beast Coast, they've lost their Clinks immediately. Kiritich comes in, swings out, massive damage. Squadix finds the Rubik on the left-hand side, but this Ember Spirit in serious trouble now. Rubik will buy back, but Kiritich, Antares, can they follow through on him? Tiny wants to blink again, but he's being clicked and hit by the Rubik and the Skeletons. The buyback from El Micho helps them get a kill on Antares with the Slardar. In comes FNG again with a stomp, though. Enables Squadix, but the Ice Path stops him in his tracks. He can't finish the Rubik off. The crash landing, look at the damage! Destroys the Rubik, a double kill, but dies in the end.
Oh my lord.
What on earth? A scrappy fight. Everyone's dying. FNG,
Grimstroke?
he came back into this one.
I don't think you want to go in, buddy.
Again. A triple kill for Vitaly.
Oh, he just barely gets out. But Slardar on the hunt.
Through the twin gate. Run, my friend. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, hiding behind the trees. He doesn't see him. Oh my god, what a fight.
While it's all happening, where's Roshan? Let's see if Kiritich can turn things around. The fates of the Gyrocopter firmly in his hands.
This full
Good
AC.
smoke move here from
Darkseer.
Beast Coast, right onto Darkseer. Tiny's coming to try and save his body, but tosses the Darkseer into the sky. Pops a few heals, but Squadix, as the BKB, he's been left to die here. Kiritich being dragged around, thinking about the move forward, but Beast Coast able to hold the line. What can Kiritich do with this amplify damage? Gleipnir thrown on him. Jump from Vitaly. A lot of damage coming off the gyro. Kiritich is gone. Gets popped by Beast Coast. Ursula is there onto Lumpy and Moose. Squadix trying to fight in the midst of it all, but they'll die as well. Beast Coast just slapped them out of the game.
So having evasion would have been really useful there too.
FNG not too happy about things, and Squadix going to die down in that southern portion of the map. Antares glimmered up for now, but Vitaly and Lumpy, they've got bigger targets on the back to look for. They think about diving the tower, but go for the Grimstroke, the simpler one to begin with instead. El Micho,
Rubik stomping. He's setting up.
He's stomping this ET, a taste of his own medicine, and the Ember Spirit, he's gone by the tier 3 tower. Lumpy, that might have been a little bit too far. Looks like he's okay for now. A good ice path, blink in, crush from Vitaly, and another secured kill. 70 seconds with buyback on the Darkseer. ET Grimstroke have theirs as well, and they are going to have to bloody use them. There's no Tiny for the better part of a minute. Try and get in here, but we've seen Clinks with that massive building damage. Ember Spirit with the most hero damage in the game now as he's scaled very nicely. And Vitaly, the first point of contact, just BKB's up. Kiritich trying to satanic BKB, heal himself, but Notice has already died. In the backlines, they've lost moves the Jakiro, but I don't know if they care too much about that. They've still got their Clinks up and running. Lumpy is able to stand his ground. BKB TPing out to regen, and in goes Vitaly again. The big blink crush kills the Gyrocopter off. Vitaly, even if he dies here, knows that the game is over when this fight is done. GG is called, and Beast Coast with the Game 1 victory secures that top 3 spot for them.
Yeah, huge for Beast Coast, so that they can finally sigh of relief here. Good win for them.
I don't know about this lane though. We've seen Pudge. I guess it was Pudge Warlock that was used against the Enigma to kill the Eidolons with Fatal Bonds and Rot. I'm not sure if like a Bane and Pudge can do the same kind of thing. Having to salve up, you're right, just to stay alive in this lane. 2 last hits on your Gyrocopter's got to hurt as well. As they do put a bit of damage back onto the Visage with a good Cogs trap here. Vitaly getting run at with a rocket barrage. Snowball will turn things back around onto the Gyrocopter. Blood grenade thrown. Gyrocopter's going to get this one. Vitaly is stuck in the trees, and first blood is there for VP. It looks like the Bane has already sentryed his small camp to unlock that as well. Moo's getting the upper hand. Another
Very
snowball
hard
down
for
bottom.
Antares to go out because of the hook combo with the Nightmare.
He's dying. Oh, the cogs, not going to save him. El Misho will happily trade his life for this. A kill on the gyro, always handy, and that's going to push Vitaly closer to level 3. Even more damage from this lane.
El Misho in a bit of trouble, maybe.
And he's still going to run forward with a snowball onto FNG. Vitaly with another soul assumption will finish him off. And these fairy fires from El Misho, when they're keeping him alive with a magic stick popped as well, the tower damage and the click from Gyro will take him down in the end. While
back
up at top lane it continues. Pike has been tossed back into Eidolons. Oh, he pops the one, tries to survive, but the damage from Notice is too much to handle.
This is just what you were talking about. Toss back, and the Eidolons get so many auto attacks in.
Early moves. Does leave the Gyro kind of stranded down here, and with the snowball forward, the Shadow Fiend rotation gets on top of Kiritich. Massive damage here to take the Gyro down as Squadix rotates, looking for a trade. The shard's thrown out. El Misho knows that he's dead no matter what happens. And Squadix, he had to spend a TP while Lumpy still has his. Looks like it's just going to be the walk back to lane, though, as the Pike Pudge hooks out the catapult to try to slow down the push. But with this massive creep wave and the Eidolons, they're going to dive here under tower, looking at moves.
He's in a weird spot now, though.
Trying to kill Pike as well. FNG solo killing the Bane, helps out the Zeus get the Thunder God's Wrath, and the tossback is there on the Pudge, throws him into the Eidolons. Beast Coast starting to bleed out here in game 2.
This is just what VP need. They need just one victory so badly, and getting off to this strong of a start is amazing. Sure, your Gyrocopter is not getting the best start down here, but you can create space for him later.
FNG gets spotted, but let's see if they can find him. They know he's tucked in the trees there because of the Dar Observer Ward. You know, process of elimination. He's not gone left, he's not gone down, he's got to have stuck around. Avalanche chucked. Lumpy with that Nightmare dragging the Tiny closer to the Requiem. They get some good damage to kill FNG and a bit of chip onto Antares there, but Squadix, he wants to go for a trade, of course. With Notice rotation, they get the 1-for-1.
Yeah, that's an Enigma showing up as well, and you just gotta get out of there. You can't really fight against this. He still doesn't have level 6 Enigma, but getting close here with this big camp stack being cleared up.
And this is much more VP-esque than we've seen in the previous game and previous games of this tournament from Virtus.pro. A heavenly jump gets Squadix away from the Nightmare danger, but the birds have followed him. You said this Visage is great against the Zeus. Gets on top of him and allows the kill, and now the tip is returned. And Squadix was tipping Lumpy earlier on. High ground vision there.
It's super nice. He doesn't even have boots yet, but the damage from this vessel puts it onto Tusk. He's kind of dropping. Zeus has ulti. Not low enough, though. Now he is.
Look at FNG, my man. My dude. El Misho's dead to the Thunder God's Wrath, but he was looking like he's dead no matter what. Antares is the trade out as Vitaly runs forward, charging in with the Visage and the Bane, while FNG is just like solo setting up and being an absolute nuisance on top of the Pudge, killing him off with Kiritich's move. That was a good 40 seconds of FNG just, I'm following you, I'm following, you know, holding on to the tail of the Pudge, just being dragged along. And the Gyro comes in for the kill.
He might find more here as well. The Bane going very close to a Gyrocopter. I think he's out of position right now.
That damage. Substantial stuff. I mean, FNG would love to be level 6 right now, but he's getting a lot of work done, even without his hook shot.
So unfortunate you get your ward dewarded as well. They placed a really odd ward trying to not have it get dewarded, but since he was nearby, and now a black hole.
How dare you deward me? Notice, just chucks the black hole at little El Misho. And this is the tempo, right? Just keep the pace up, use the black hole, get a kill, move forward. You push.
And then we see a smoke here coming in. Tiny, Enigma. Gonna run into Bane, so he's giving his life for this one, but that is another kill.
Wait, the minute 12 level 5. Oh, the hook shot! SF. FNG just slides in here, pushes back with the cogs, and gets a kill on Lumpy. Noticed with the double, up to a mega kill streak. Who cares if move away from FNG's dying body and the corpse falling there. He did his job, got in on top of the SF. Not exactly sure where it's come from, but I guess it's like pear is an unusual shape. You know, it's not straight, it's not round, it's like a bit wonky. It's all gone a bit Pete Tong. Moo's gonna get caught in the cogs here, but is FNG caught with him, or is Moo's caught with FNG? As the turnaround comes in from the Gyrocopter now, Vitaly trying to slice into FNG's clockwork, does get the kill, but Antares and Kiritich on the tail of the Visage, blows him up with the Thunder God's Wrath, and gives vision of Moo's off to the left-hand side.
Ooh, he's close.
Is getting close.
It's coming.
Thunderbolt is coming to give vision. He sees him on the left-hand side. Neutral creep's not going to give the deny. A double kill for Squadix comes in. 18-8, 5k lead, Virtus.pro.
It's
but
not
maybe
what you
here
want. Yeah.
Like if beastcoast can find like a couple of sneaky kills, like snipe out FNG, move on to the gyro. The hook is there, they catch the clockwork, but he hooks back. A little bit of biting from FNG, and the cooldown landing onto Pike means the avalanche toss will send FNG right onto the push to kill him off. Vitali's dead to Squadix, and Moose is being chased. And on the right-hand side, El Micho's come back in here to try and help the birds to kill the clockwork off, but he is dead no matter what happens after. Is the Bane still running? Has he got back? No, he's got back to safety.
Yeah, and Bane not gonna get spotted by Zeus here. He does see Zeus.
Oh, SF scene. A gem is there for Tiny. Spots out Lumpy, trapped in the cogs, and the Shadow Fiend is down.
Oh no, the ward is spotting the Visage too.
500 gold there. Handed over by the familiars.
Tara's been slept. They're trying to combo him.
Nightmare into a hook. Grip is there as well. A fair amount of damage coming his way. And it looks like the Gyrocopter just going to die to this move by Beastcoast. Very well set up by Moose. Hook shot back in though from FNG. Slicing Enigma right on top of the Visage with the Enigma here. Looking for that black hole towards the back lines, but it'll just be the Visage kill for them.
Yeah, just got auto attack him to death. Last hitting heroes here.
The Visage puts his familiars up at the front. Pudge was there angling, but FNG is dragging wave back while
the gem in danger.
Antares here throws the avalanche, but in comes Noticed with the Midnight Pulse. Black hole onto the Shadow Fiend as well. El Micho's already spent his spells, and then toss into the black hole. You can't escape the event horizon of Noticed in this one. Squadix on a monster kill with that Thunder God's Wrath. Long range damage here. Launching artillery in, but Noticed is getting turned on. They've got Pudge and Visage arriving. Snowball to swing back on the Enigma. A massive kill for Beastcoast to claim the life of Noticed, while El Micho stays alive. Antares trying to get away from these birds as well. Kiritich and FNG back towards Pike, and Squadix has made the long run in, migrating to the bottom lane to bring down the Pudge. Looking at the Visage as the next target, if they can just get up to the high ground with a toss forward of the little piggy. Squadix is sent skywards, comes down from the heavens. The Acropolis was his home, but now he's here to kill the Visage.
Can't run from heaven, especially when tiny airline's in heaven as well. That's beautiful.
It's not even just like they need one more item on these heroes. It's needing 2 more items to try and contend with what VP have.
They need so much. Hook shot goes in here.
Great angle from FNG. Kiritich kind of sidestepped it to allow it to come through. Maybe a little deep though now. The snowball buys a bit of time. Vitali though inside this Midnight Pulse just gets ticked down, and Moose has stepped up here trying to save his buddies. The hook. Pike drags the Zeus back towards tier 4s with a Requiem here. They're going to kill off Squadix. They're taking the streaks down, Beastcoast, but they're still bleeding out a little bit.
Maybe if the Bane gets close enough.
Maybe.
Oh, body blocks into hook.
Kiritich, he knows what's going on. He's got to know.
Oh, they do it.
And the hook. They drag him back. He gets off his BKB. He is gripped up. Can we get in here with Notice? The Enigma the Tiny will swing back in to kill off Moose, keeping Kiritich alive. FNG's trap Pike inside. The cogs there, a cage, making sure that the Butcher cannot escape. The Abomination's been destroyed, and the black hole's there from Notice. 2 trapped, 3 make it with a toss back on the SF. This is utter annihilation. Virtus.pro carved through Beastcoast here, and El Micho, he'll hand over his life to a triple kill for Squadix. Puts people out of position. Oh, this smoke break. Awkward for Beastcoast. Antares even moving forward, looking for any stragglers here as FNG walks straight onto Pike.
Can't even beat BTP.
Yeah, not even a chance. Not even going to waste it. He knows he's dead.
They have 2 different cancels. The black hole can be used, of course, but the smaller cooldown of the hook shot could also just come in and stop you, so he doesn't waste it. Is the carry down?
Straight up to high ground now. Looks like it. Toss back the SF. Snowball. Snowball saving mid-toss.
Yeah,
shit, that's incredible. He's still going to die, but that was pretty freaking nice. Lumpy trying to Requiem. FNG very low, but Kiritich just charging into this enemy base. Looking at Moose's Bane and Vitali's Visage. Nothing left to do but try and run and hide, but he's been caught out with the Malefice, and that onslaught of damage from Kiritich's Gyro closes out and beat.
All eyes on SF in this fight. He needs to land a huge ulti. If he doesn't, they lose. Like, it's simple as that. He needs a big ulti here.
He's got no BKB. Kick the Gyro out of here. He's going to get avalanche tossed and killed. The snowball.
He gets tipped for it.
Where's the snowball going? Past his barracks? Cross to an Eidolon that dies. And there's on the Tiny. Antares gets force-staffed out of danger, though. And Kiritich with his BKB. Hook shot onto the Vitali Visage as well. Shred through the cores. Pike's going to try run back to Fountain, will successfully survive, but the rest of your team there just dying, not staying alive. Lumpy trying to Ogre Seal Totem back away, killing Huntress in the meantime, but that's a 4-for-1 trade, not even breaking the Aegis or the cheese.
And, you know, feel safe that they are not going to be fighting for the bottom placement here in the group. Getting a single win here is going to be all they need. See a black hole, celebratory black hole onto the Pudge. Some high fives.
The stats. Yeah, a few more kills going the way of Virtus.pro.
Full on stat padding mode right now.
Just buy back and feed, buy back and feed. But there we go. Virtus.pro tie things up in that series, 1 apiece.